Have you ever been playing a game and you wanted just a bunch of air blown directly into your face? That's what Vortex does. Vortex is a peripheral for your PC. You plug it right in, USB, and it blows air at your face in response to whatever is happening on your screen. That's the promise. One of the coolest things about Vortex is it works with any game, any media, any video on YouTube. You just plug it in and it's going to respond in some way to whatever is actually happening on your screen. The Vortex software reads audio, so it'll hear those resonant bass sounds of an explosion. And then it'll also read whatever visual is happening. It'll see the colors on the screen. Vortex breaks the screen into quadrants, and if there's a lot of orange happening where your mouse is and where your action is happening, then it'll start blowing hotter air. If there's a lot of blue on the screen, some cooler colors, it'll assume that maybe it's not a hot explosion, and it'll shoot just kind of room temperature air at you. But either way, it's reading the action and the sound at the same time to give you an immersive wind experience while you're playing. That said, right now, in the state that Vortex is in, it's still early, it's still using a kind of crude foundation. This crude foundation of sound, visuals, that must mean there's an explosion or something crazy happening on screen. So that means that if there's a lot happening on the screen at once, a lot of colors, a lot of sound, Vortex just kind of shoots air at you constantly. Which, hey, that's not bad. If it's nice cold air and you're in a really intense battle, you know, that doesn't feel too bad. But if it's maybe a lot of orange on screen, a lot of explosions, then it's a lot of hot air blowing at you. Doesn't feel quite as good. Ooh, hot. That was hot. Why? It was purple. Ooh. Ah, flamethrower. Ah, ooh, yeah, that works. Vortex even works with like YouTube videos. Any video that you pull up, anything on screen, it can respond dynamically to that. So if you're watching, say, a K-pop video, and there's a lot of bass, there's a heavy bass line driving everything, the Vortex will respond, and when the beat kicks up, if there's like maybe a nice little moment of rest, and then boom, the bass is on, the Vortex is also on, and it's bringing a little bit more immersion and a new layer of enjoyment to something that maybe you've watched 1,000 times. So it's when it's a combo of the color and the bass. Nice. This is cool because there's actually a fan in the music video right now. It was like, yeah, you're there. There are 3 different settings you can adjust. You can adjust the intensity of the wind itself, you can adjust the heat, and then you can also adjust the color on the front, right around the dial on the front of the Vortex. Vortex is designed to be a plug-and-play machine. So you plug it into the wall, plug it into your tower, and then you just download the software, you're good to go. And the software is what allows you to adjust the settings like heat, wind intensity, and the color on the front of the machine. Vortex comes from Whirlwind FX, that's the company that makes it, and developers are saying that they're still tweaking the algorithm, they're still working it out, but this is a really clever solution to more immersive gameplay. When it works really well. And I think using sound and visual to make games more immersive in this way, that's such a clever idea, and I think this thing can go far. Vortex is kind of a ridiculous machine. It's kind of a silly idea, which is also what makes it a lot of fun. Vortex is creating a more immersive experience, and I'm really excited to see how it evolves.